Hello everyone, this is Pranav Ambekar and today we'll be discussing about Linux and its important commands. So let's get started. First of all, what is Linux? Linux is a free and widely used open source operating system that was released under the GNU General Public License. It powers large cloud infrastructure environments, on-premises infrastructure appliances, servers, and desktop computing environments. What does it mean by released under the GNU General Public License? It means that anyone can run, study, modify and redistribute the source code or even sell copies of their modified code as long as they do so under the same license. Now we will discuss some important Linux commands. So our first one is pwd, that is present working directory. It prints the name of current working directory. Let us use the command pwd. So our current directory is home. cd is our second command. It is used for navigation between directories. So I've already made another directory in this home1. What if I wanted to move from home directory to home1 directory? For that we will use the command cd home1. So now we are in the directory home1. Our next command is ls. It lists all the files and directories in the present working directory. Let us use the command ls. So we have got this many directories. Our next command is ls-r. This lists files in subdirectories as well. Let us use this command ls-r. So you can see it has listed subdirectories as well. Our next command is lsa. This command gives the list of hidden files. Let us use this command ls-a. Our next command is ls-la. This lists files and directories with detailed information. Let us use the command ls-la. So you can see it has given detailed information about particular directory. Our next command is cat. This creates a new file. Let's move into directory home1 and we can create a file over here with the name file1 and we will write this is the file1. Our next command is cat. This displays the file content. Let us use the command cat and our file name, that is file1. It has successfully displayed the content in this file, that is this is file1. Our next command is this cat file1 file2 file3. This command joins two files and stores the output in a new file. First we will create another file with the name file2. This is second file. Now let us check how many files we have in this directory. We have two files, file1 and file2. Now what we have to do, we have to join these two files and store the output in the new file. So for that we'll use the command cat file1 space file2 and give the name of your new file in which our output will be stored, that is file3. Now let us check how many files we have. We have three files, file1, file2 and file3, and let us check what's in the file3. See, this is file1, this is second file. It means we have combined the two files, that is file1 and file2, and then we have stored the output in the new file, that is file3. Our next command is cp. This command copy files. Now what if I wanted to copy file in the same directory but with different name? For that we will use the command cp file2 and give the name of your new file, that is file4. Now let us check the files in this directory. File1, file2, file3 and file4. So file4 is the copy of file2 with the new name. Let us check that. See, this is second file. It means this is the copy of file2. Our next command is mv. This command moves the files to the new location. Now let us consider we have to move the file4 to different location. So for that we'll use the command mv file4 and give the path where you wanted to move this file. So let us move this to home and in the directory tech. Now you can see we don't have file4 over here because we have moved this file to another location. This is our next command. We use this command to rename the file. Now let us consider that I have to rename file3 with the name file5. So for that I will use the command mv file3 space file5. Now let us check the files in this directory. We have file1, file2 and file5. That means we have successfully renamed the file3 to file5. Our next command is rm. This command deletes a file. Let us delete file2. So for that command will be rm file2. Yes. Now you can see we just have two files in this directory, file1 and file5. That means we have successfully deleted the file2. Our next command is mkdir. This command creates a new directory in present working directory. Let us use this command mkdir and let's create new directory with the name direct1. And let's check it. We have successfully created a directory over here with the name direct1. This is our next command. We will use this command to create multiple directories. Let us say I wanted to create multiple directories at the same time. So the command for that will be, I wanted to create three new directories with the name direct2, direct3 and direct4. Now let us check whether we have created those directories or not. So yes, we have successfully created those directories at the same time. yumv, we will use this command to rename a directory. Let us say I have one directory over here with the name tech and I wanted to rename this to the name technology. For that I will use the command yumv tech and just type the new name, technology. Now we will check whether we have successfully renamed the directory or not. So yes, now we don't have the directory with the name tech. We have successfully renamed it to technology. Our next command is man. This gives information on a command. So let us say I want more information on the command mkdir. For that I will use the command man mkdir. So you can see it has given all the information about the particular command mkdir. It make directories. Now let us check about ls. ls list directory contents. Similarly we will check about the command rm, remove files or directories. So in this way we can use the command man. Our next command is rmdir. We use this command to delete a directory. So let us say I wanted to delete this directory with the name music. So I will simply use the command rm and the name of the directory. Cannot remove the directory. To delete the non-empty directories, we have to use the command rm-r and then the name of the particular directory, that is music. Yes. Now let us see whether we have deleted that directory or not. So yes, we have successfully deleted the directory music. Our next and last command is history. It gives a list of all past commands typed in the current terminal session. We will use the command history. So in total we have used 60 commands in this session. Now you know pretty much all the basic and important commands of Linux. With this we have reached the end of the session. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Pranav Ambekar signing off.